Hear the word mental adjustment. Tell me what comes to your mind. Tell me what comes to your mind. Without even thinking twice, I'm sure a family member's face enters your brain. I said that because there's people inside your circle that you know do not act the same. I must be preaching already this morning. It's amazing to me how we can see the change in them, but they can't see the change in themselves. I can say that, y'all, from a personal experience, because it hurts like hell to see a loved one or a close friend walk around town with no clue what's going on. You know the routine. You try to show them love. You try to offer them help, but guess what? They don't need your help. Only because they'll tell you to your face, there's nothing wrong with me. I found myself, ladies and gentlemen, asking myself, well, if there's nothing wrong with them, then there must be something wrong with me. Here I am, ladies and gentlemen, trying to help you free of charge, and all you want to do is put a wall up in front of me. And here I am, ladies and gentlemen, trying to justify your behavior day in and day out. Here I am trying to tell loved ones around us that y'all, they just going through something called a phase, and pretty soon they'll get over that. But little do you know, you are the family embarrassment. I guess I'll take my time because some of y'all don't realize all you do is embarrass your family day in and day out. Okay, I preached to myself this morning. When your name is mentioned, we already know some bull is going to follow behind it. I know I preached to somebody this morning. I'm going to try to get there. The only reason I can say that, Auntie Ann, is because we've studied you. I'm not talking to you personally, but we've studied you. We've watched you. And even at times, ladies and gentlemen, when you thought nobody had an eye on you, we still had a naked eye on you. We're not trying to embarrass you, Mr. Andre. We're not trying to belittle you. We're not trying to keep tabs on you. But we do what we do simply because we love you. We gonna get there. When you see someone that needs a mental adjustment, it only shows that God's word is real. I can say that God's word is real because if you were to open up that dusty thing called the Bible on your shelf, you would understand, y'all, what the enemy come to do. The enemy came to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay, I got somebody with me this morning. The enemy knows, ladies and gentlemen, that if I can attack their mind, they'll never get what God has for them. The enemy understands that if I can just derail them and get them off course and make their life a living hell, they'll never be able to accomplish their dreams. The enemy thrives on seeing you pull your hair out. The enemy does not want you to have a smile on your face. The enemy does not want you to make your family happy. I'm sure I'm the only one in here. This morning who will stand up on their feet and say, I'm tired of the enemy dwelling inside my loved ones. Then maybe I'm not the only one in here who's tired of the enemy touching their loved ones in a special way. Because it seems like when everything is going well inside your life, one of your family members always brings some bull in front of your face that pisses you off and make you go back to the person you used to be. Well, I made up in my mind, I'm not going to let my mama take me back to the person I used to be. I'm not going to let my child take me back to the person I used to be. At this particular season in my life, I'm giving God all that I have. I'm giving God all that I have. Why am I giving God all I have? I'm giving God all I have because I'm tired of the enemy making my family look bad. I'm tired of getting phone calls that say, and y'all can validate what I'm about to say, guess what blank done did now? Oh, I guess I got some folk in here who know what I'm saying. I'm tired of scratching my head, Auntie Ann, trying to come up with a master plan, only trying to get somebody else back on track. Now I know I got some folks who can validate what I'm saying. When January 1, 2015 came, you told your you know this is the day when you tote your own load. I'm tired of catering to people who are too selfish to admit that I have a problem. Please don't get it twisted this morning. I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I don't have small issues, but I have big issues. I'm not always correct. No, I'm not. I'm not saying I'm God's gift to the world, but if you are a grown adult and you're not pulling your own weight, you have a mental problem and you need to be adjusted. I think I'll say that again, because I know I got some mothers in here that's pulling somebody else's weight. If you are a grown adult, if you have children of your own, if you are able to make them, you should be able to take care of them. If you're not pulling your own weight, this inclines me to believe that you have a mental problem and you need to be adjusted. Well, I might as well preach like I feel, because I am at home. Either you have a mental problem or you just sorry as hell. Does anybody know some folk in here that's just sorry as... Y'all don't want to have no church with me this morning, so I guess I church all by myself. Now I understand why Billie Holiday said in 1942, God blesses the child that has his... Well, y'all won't have a little church in here with me this morning. God blesses the child that have his own. So at this particular season in my life, I have no business staying in my mama's house. And this particular season of my life, I have no business asking my mama and them to pay my bills. God blesses the child that has his own. Watch this. So in other words, my mother was trying to figure out what the word mooching mean. In other words, I need you to stop mooching off of me and get your act together. Do you know any moochers? Do you know any users who always come to you and try to get something from you? But as soon as the table is turned around the other way, you can't get nothing from them. I'm tired of moochers. Okay, I'm moochers, and I need you to get your act together. So maybe one day you can put something in my hand. Maybe one day you can take me out to dinner. And if you're not giving God glory, this only lets me know that you're the one that needs a mental adjustment. But if you know somebody that needs a mental adjustment, would you just start giving God glory like you already know he's getting ready to adjust what needs to be fixed in their life? I must be at the wrong church this morning. Do I have any folk in here who will give God glory? And I ain't even giving them glory for me, but I'm giving them glory for a family member. I ain't even giving them glory for me, but I'm giving them glory for my child. I ain't even giving them glory for me, but I'm giving them glory for a friend. Because I need for God to be a shade tree mechanic and get them old school dollars out of bucket and just start rearranging what needs to be fixed in my life. He ain't got to be a certified mechanic to work on me. He can pull up under somebody's garage and they can have Seager and Gene working on my brakes. I just need for somebody to start rearranging some things in the one I love. Okay. Here in the book of Daniel chapter 4, which is entitled The Dream of a Chopped Down Tree. Everybody done been chopped down before. Everybody done been cut down to nothing before. Something I found out in life, if you are up, baby, you better give God praise for being up. Because as long as you live, you will come down. It's just called gravity, baby. It ain't that you having bad luck. Ain't nobody put nothing on you. It's just called gravity. Because what goes up, I got some folk in here with me this morning. So King Nebuchadnezzar, he's a king. And he needs to get an adjustment. The king has a dream, but nobody can interpret the dream. So he calls Brother Daniel. Daniel tells him, that tree you seen in your dream, well, that's you. Daniel tells him, and God is on the verge of tearing down that tree you seen in the dream. Watch this, y'all, but God is still so good. Daniel told him, even though he's going to tear down that tree in your dream, he's still going to leave the stump and the roots in the ground. I wish I had some old school saints in here. I wish I had some folks in here who ain't scared of roots this morning, who understand that sometimes I need that stump and that root to be in the ground. I feel like having church this morning. Daniel tells him that the Most High God only gives you 12 months to get your act together. And here it is. Some of us done had 5, 10, and some of us 20 years, and we still ain't got our act together. Here you is plus 40, and you still not doing what God wants you to do. I can go a little deeper. Don't look at me crazy like that. Here you is in your 60s, and you know that God has a call